What's going on, folks? RetroGamingTube 85 here, and welcome to my first pickups video. I don't really know how this is going to go. I've never done one of these before, but if you guys like it, be sure to like the video, leave me a comment below, and share it around. Cool stuff like that. Now, without any further ado, let's see what I bought recently. First, we got Outrun on the Sega Genesis. Haven't played this yet. Played the arcade version a bunch when I was younger at a laundromat that we used to frequent. So I'm familiar with the game. I don't know how well this port is, but I'm looking forward to playing it. This next game I played on a live stream about, I think, 3 weeks ago on the channel. So Aladdin on the Genesis. Amazing game. Such good visuals and really impressive artwork. Like, Disney worked on this version of the game, and you can tell, like, the animation is just top notch. Some of the best on the Genesis. So great game here. Batman Returns, complete in box with actually a cool poster. I'll show you guys the poster too. That shows off some Genesis games. Oh, I didn't even I didn't even notice this side of it. I might have to put this up in my room because that's pretty badass. But yeah, the other side's kind of like a promo thing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put that Sonic poster up because that's freaking awesome. But it's okay. It's got its problems. It's pretty difficult and it's not all that great, but I didn't pay much for it, so. And I like Batman. Predator 2, another hard-ass game, but complete in box. Didn't pay much for it, so it's fun. It's tough, but it's fun. This is another game I streamed on the channel about 2 weeks ago. Zero Tolerance. First-person shooter for the Sega Genesis. That's not something you would think would work, but it really does. It's very impressive. It's probably my favorite 16-bit shooter. It's definitely better than Doom, Wolfenstein on the Super Nintendo, and Accolade did a really good job with this game. I'm surprised. I never really heard about this game when I was a kid, and that's kind of surprising to me because it's pretty damn good. This next game is a game that you guys recommended to me on my Virtua Fighter 32X video. You said I needed to pick it up, so I did. Virtua Racing 32X. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. It's such a pain in the ass to play the 32X, but I am looking forward to playing it. It does look really cool on the back of the box. It looks much better than the Genesis version of the game, which I was familiar with. I had a rich friend when I was a kid who, dropped the $100. His parents dropped the $100 to get the Genesis version. So I've never played this one. Definitely looking forward to it though. Up next, we got 3 GameCube games. Nothing crazy, but fun games. Enter the Matrix, which this is a tough game because I was a big fan of the first 2 Matrix films, and I really dug this game as a kid, and I don't know if it's nostalgia talking to me, but I still enjoy it. Yeah, it has its problems. The AI is atrocious and unbalanced, and the graphics aren't all that great, but I really enjoy how they did like a whole new story that intertwines into the Matrix universe with it, because that's why I played this game, is the story, because the gameplay is it's kind of shitty, but it's not a terrible game. It's dirt cheap nowadays, so if you are a Matrix fan, it's worth picking up, in my opinion. Oops. This game kicks ass, though. Second Sight. Very impressive game. Not a lot of people played this game because they kind of saw it like Psyops, I believe was the name of that game. And Psyops got a lot of critical acclaim. This came out right around the same time, and not a lot of people played it. But you're a dude in a hospital, you don't know why you're there, you have psychic abilities, but you go into the past and play as a normal person. So there's a lot of variety in the gameplay, and the story is really well done. It's a very fun game, and once again, it's another cheap game, so I highly recommend you guys check this one out. And finally, as a little collection, I love collection games, Sonic Mega Collection. You got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Sonic 3D Blast, which is an underrated game, I don't care what anyone says, Sonic & Knuckles, and Sonic Spinball. All classic games. There's cool bonus material in here. I've had this game before, but I had to sell my GameCube collection when I was younger because I needed some cash, so glad to have this back. Oops, skipped over the N64 stuff. I wanted to do that before the GameCube, but oh. Just 2 basic games. Shadow Man. I rented this as a kid, didn't really get far into it, but I want to check this out. I remember it kind of had a dark, gritty story. There was like swear words and stuff, so it'll be interesting. And a classic, Wave Race 64. For some reason, I didn't have this game, so I got it for pretty cheap, and you know, it's a great game. It's still very playable today. All right, I also got a Amazon gift card for my 30th birthday the other week, and I picked up Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. I have the Wii version, but I never finished it because it's hard when you're an adult to finish RPG games when you're working and stuff. So I figured the 3DS version I might actually have a better chance of completing. It looks pretty good. It's very fun. You know, if you've ever played the game before on the Wii, you know that it's a very, very high quality game. So I've been enjoying it. And this game I haven't opened yet because I actually own a digital version of it, Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. One of the best, if not the best, third-party games on the Wii U. I kind of give the nod to Batman Arkham City Armored Edition just because I'm a Batman fan, and I think they did a really great job with that game. But this is right up there with it. Fantastic game. You know, 40 hours your first playthrough, plus you play through multiple times. There's tons of, you know, NPCs and side quests and stuff. Just an awesome, awesome game. Looks great, plays great. It's a shame that it sold like shit because it's really great. I think I got this for like 13 bucks off Amazon. So if you got some Amazon scratch, you know, pick this up. Now before we get into the homebrew and the imports, which I'm sure you guys are definitely looking forward to, this is something very cool that I picked up. Gamester81 made a video on this, and that kind of sent me over the edge. I was like, you know, I need to get this because it looks awesome. Everyone seems to love it, and I thought I would too, and I did. This is the NECA, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Batman figure based on the NES game. Gorgeous box. The character, you know, looks great with that classic purple. I love this. The back of the box, it's just awesome. I'll never open it. I'll never play with it. But I don't care. This is just great to me. It was 20 bucks on sale on Amazon with free Prime shipping, so I had to add this to the collection. Definitely, if you're a Batman fan, especially if you're a Batman NES fan, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are because that game's one of the best NES games, definitely got to pick this up. It's awesome, and it's a really cool thing to own. So I picked up 3 import games for the Super Nintendo. Popular titles, very American titles, but a hell of a lot cheaper to buy the Super Famicom version. This is, which you can't really tell by the cover, this is Super Mario All-Stars Edition. You know, classic game, very good game. I don't own it on the Super Nintendo because right now the price is kind of going up on it, so I'm waiting for the price to drop on it. But in the meantime, I got the Super Famicom version, so I'm good. I do own this game on the Super Nintendo. I completely forgot I owned this game on the Super Nintendo, which is why I bought this version of it. But Super Mario Kart, you know, it's cool to have anyways. I got these games. There's a third game I'm about to show you as well. I got these for 20 bucks shipped, so you can't argue with that price. And Donkey Kong Country 3, which I did not own. I own 1 and 2, the North American version. So definitely excited to have this in the collection, a classic game. And, you know, all 3 of these games you don't need to have, you know, you don't need to be fluent in Japanese to understand them or to really enjoy them. So, and plus with the Retron 5, you can add a patch to it if you want to go that route, but I'm not really concerned with it. So definitely stoked on these 3 pickups. And finally is a game that I've wanted for freaking ever, and I've never pulled the trigger on it. I didn't know whether to buy the Famicom version or get a homebrew version, but finally pulled the trigger on it, and I can't be more excited. Sweet Home on the NES. This is a homebrew version from my good friend John Rigg'd Games. I'm sure you guys have seen his awesome Iwata tribute with Balloon Fight that's been floating around the internet, getting all thousands and thousands of views. John Rigg'd is an awesome dude. I'll put some links to his YouTube channel. He does a lot of homebrews, a lot of custom games for big YouTubers. Maybe one day I'll get one, but he does that kind of stuff. He's an awesome, awesome dude. I'll put a link to his YouTube and his Facebook in the description. But for those who don't know, Sweet Home is basically Resident Evil before Resident Evil. This is the first survival horror game, traditional survival horror games made by Capcom. And I'm thrilled to play this. This is translated fully, so, you know, pop it in, play it. It works, good to go. So I will be going more in depth on this game because I've just been looking forward to it for so long. So very excited to get this game. This is definitely the highlight of my pickups. And that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was entertaining enough to warrant you watching it. And I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos. There's all sorts of cool stuff to look at. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.